Hi guys, it's Pam with APAC Property Solutions and Pam Buys Houses. I'm here with Wale, one of my mentees. He just closed his first deal. And so we're going to take a couple of minutes to kind of let you guys know from start to finish what we were able to do. So Wale, do me a favor, tell me real quick a little bit about yourself.
I'm from the Houston area, just moved back here 10 months ago now.
Okay.
I dabbled into the real estate business just for about 2 months out in California and decided, okay, this is the path that I want to go now.
Okay.
And said, you know what, let me move back home to Houston, Texas and pursue the real estate business.
Okay. And how did you find me?
Doing searches on Facebook.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
A lot of people on Facebook with names like Investor or Pam Buys Houses. And,
okay.
You know, that drew me to you. Let me know that you were an investor. And
okay.
Wrote you a few times and you responded ASAP, so I knew that you were, passionate about what you do. So
right.
I wanted a mentor that can mentor me into doing the same thing that you were doing.
Okay, awesome. I'm a really nice person, believe it or not. Okay, one of the things with Wale, I have a flow chart, and we went from start to finish with a flow chart, and basically starts with the mindset, and which is step 0 in my opinion, and then we have the last step, which is step 13, which is basically repeat the process. So on this particular deal, how did you find this deal?
Off of one of my bandit signs.
It was a bandit sign.
A lady called me, was interested in selling the property.
Okay, and what was the situation? Was it a probate or?
Yeah, it was a probate situation, and
okay.
She needed some repairs done to the house. She couldn't afford it. It was a headache to her, so she just wanted to sell it.
Okay.
Situation.
Okay. So in her case, it was a probate situation. All right. And so, we kind of negotiated. You got the information from her. We put information in Podio. Right. And eventually you negotiated the deal. So how much were we able to get that property under contract for?
We were able to get it under contract for $15,000.
Okay. And she had a tax loan. How much did she pay in that? She owed in that tax loan?
She owed about $11,000 in the tax loan.
Okay, and she wanted to walk away with $5,000, right? So that's why we put it on the contract for $15,000. However, she ended up not walking away with that extra $5,000 because she owed a lot more than she initially anticipated. However, we agreed to give her $500 extra, which she was very appreciative of. Okay, so we got on the contract for $15,000. We submitted it over to the title company, and what happened when we submitted it to the title company? Because she had gone through the probate process, correct. And she thought it was all said and done, correct. But come to find out, there was another heir who was deceased. I think it was a great-grandmother who was deceased. So she ended up having to fill out what we call an affidavit of heirship, a form that she was able to get taken care of. And so after she was able to do that, then we were able to get clear title.
Correct.
Once we got the clear title, we marketed the property. Yes. So when we marketed, we did Facebook, I did text messaging, he put out bandit signs. Right. We did all types of marketing to get someone to sell our contract to. And so the individual they found out about you via bandit sign, right? Sign, yes. So we found the seller via bandit sign and we sold the deal via bandit sign. And how much did they agree to pay us?
$34,000.
$34,000. They agreed to pay $34,000. We had it on the contract for $15,000. The difference was $19,000 on that particular deal. He was able to go and collect the $2,000 non-refundable money. He took it over to the title company. There was a lot of moving parts in this particular transaction. However, at the end of the day, the lady had a realtor. The new buyer had a realtor. The buyer paid for the realtor's commission, which she did not have a problem with. And they were investors who buy property in that particular area. So it turned out to be a very, very good relationship. So in the beginning, when we started working together, I think you may have thought the business was a little easier.
Yes. The gurus on TV make it look like it's something that takes overnight.
Yeah.
They don't let you see the hard work that goes into it.
Right.
They just let you see the final product.
Right. People see a check and they don't realize what it actually takes. I know, Wale and I kind of bumped heads because he was getting totally frustrated because, the deals hadn't, he wasn't getting any deals to close. And once we took the time out to break down his marketing and the different things that he was doing, that showed the reason why his deals hadn't closed. And I think initially when you signed up, you thought you were going to have a surplus amount of money to market,
Correct.
but then there are certain things you didn't take into consideration. So your marketing expenses, you were not able to pay those. So you just had to work with what you had. I think
Right.
you were buying bandit signs whenever you had the money. You had to do your Uber, because you still had bills to pay.
Correct.
Okay, awesome. So is there anything else you want to tell anybody and everybody about, working with me and trying to learn how to do this business?
Basically that Pam gives it to you raw, which is how I like it, because that way I know what I'm getting into. I know if it's for me, if it's not for me, she'll let you know what to expect, what she expects out of you. You set goals, and every weekly or bi-weekly she'll follow up with you and see if you achieve those goals, if you set out to do new goals, and follow up with you, see how those goals are going for you, and just encourage you and keep you encouraged, and basically let you know what you can implement. Mm-hmm. If one thing isn't working, you can try it this way, or